Unseen for generations. A DYAD in the force.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another DYAD in the Force video. We are reacting to episode 4 of The Last of Us. What happened last week, Choco? We met the Seraphites.
We met the crazy the cult. They seemed pretty crazy because they carve their children's faces. But they did not last. And then there's also an army of wolves running amok. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I believe Dina when she says she got back together with the other guy. I think she's just trying to play it cool.
So you think she's putting on a front,
Yeah,
so that Ellie doesn't like catch a whiff of what she's cooking.
I just mean ain't no way she went back to him that quickly. And
Hey, what are you trying to say about Asians,
she
man?
did the well, but she did the thing with like, well, what did you think of it? Well, I don't know. It didn't mean anything. Okay, well then,
Yeah.
well then I guess it didn't. I mean, I was just joking the whole time. I hated it actually. I just didn't want to hurt your feelings. Actually,
Let's just get into the episode and see what's up. Do you agree with the psychologist or the therapist that it's not Ellie that's going down the same path as Joel? They were both on like parallel paths. Like, she's not following Joel. She was already there.
Now, the thing about this one,
they do have similar mentalities. Yeah, I believe it.
right?
That ain't what they say.
Oh yeah, well fuck them because they'd rather have.
Is that
me
Josh
than
Peck?
Could be.
So I got 3 voters again.
I don't know what type of person you have to be to laugh at that joke.
Why do you call them that?
Oh my gosh, I thought I heard
Took
freaking
away
Jeffrey
the right
Wright.
to vote. Somebody started calling them voters to mock.
Fedra sucks.
I didn't mean anything by it, sorry.
Listen, man.
Thoughtless.
Fedra is basically martial law.
Yeah. Damn. That escalated quickly.
Also, don't judge me. I
No pain meds.
really like Isabella Merced now.
Probably nothing anyone wanted.
I mean,
Like, I even went back and watched Madam Web.
Make sure to smell it first, just in case.
Alright, I give up. I'm just gonna watch outside.
Yeah, I'm done.
what would a carton
Nothing
or
else,
gallon of milk look like that far?
Paint?
Hey, I'm gonna pee. Give me a minute.
Did your love for her make you go back and rewatch Alien Romulus?
I mean, she wasn't in that for long.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch much of it.
You okay? That's the plan.
What's she gonna find? Strat?
Just gonna go up there and find a sick ass solo.
I mean, look at that. That's the greatest place to solo. Had a silica? Is that a silica packet?
Yeah. Ooh, that's gotta feel nice out like after so long.
Yep.
I knew she was gonna play this. I should have said it. Take on me.
Ah.
I don't know, but I'm
like her voice.
I also just always like it when the actors actually play the song.
Yeah.
That girl's in love. You can see it in her eyes. There's no better to be safe than sorry. Take.
You're so off. From her, at least. I kind of guessed at midway through he was talking to a prisoner.
You know there are even scars who don't believe she's some magic fairy in the sky, huh? Some of you actually understand she was just a person.
Jeez, jeez. Oh, man. I feel burns through the screen.
Hold out your hand.
Seraphites. The Glasgow smile.
Today, Scar, where is the next attack?
That's what they were doing. Remember in the last episode, they were all marching? That obviously wasn't a patrol.
Yeah.
Are we?
Isaac is at war with the Seraphites.
Son, I will burn every part of you until you tell me what I want to know!
Shit.
Damn.
I mean, you gotta... Is it possible to out crazy? Like...
Dina, let's go.
Dem's a lot of disembowelments.
That group we saw in the woods, they did this.
The
What
Prophet.
the fuck is wrong with Seattle?
What's the wrong with Seattle?
Shit, if it's a woman or a kid, I don't care if it's a fucking baby. Look what they did. Now fan the fuck out.
I love how these scenes always make me think of the game.
I can feel like, yeah, it definitely feels like a cinematic part of a game.
Well, they did this a lot in the games where, like, you're searching in, like, a very key area, and then, like, you hear enemies coming, right? So you have to hide and sneak around while they're doing their thing.
That's not what you want to be stuck in there with. But I just gotta find a bottle and toss it over there. I hope.
Oh, she's counting them. Oh, oh. The cordyceps.
So it landed on a vine, so that called them
Yep.
because it's seen as an attack.
Come on, go out!
Get your feet up, girl!
What's horrifying is that they don't die with one shot to the head like zombies. Well, that was
Coverage blown.
smart. She doesn't believe her. So she thinks she's infected now.
Okay, it's not perfect, but if anyone tries to get in, it'll buy some of it. What the fuck are you doing? Did you do not fucking shoot me? I've been banned before. I'm still here. you don't believe me. I get it. I wouldn't believe me either. But
I have a question. Would you joke around? Would you, as you're walking, you go.
I would have dealt with that differently, though. I would have said, you know, the person who murdered Joel, the reason she murdered Joel is they were going to do surgery on me because I'm immune. You know what I mean? Add some context.
it's just water. Rain fell on my face. That's all.
Does she want to tell that story, or at least come to terms with it?
I'm pregnant.
I mean, what does that have?
It's not hers.
What does that have to do with this moment? Well, you were right. Presumably by what just transpired. Unless...
Wait, no. Morning breath. It's gross.
both things can be true, because she's pregnant from Jesse, but also still in love with Ellie.
I don't know if this is gonna be better. It'll be better.
Yeah, no, I mean, this disproves what I said.
I'm gonna be a dad.
When she said it was Jesse, right? It reminded me of an SNL skit where they were like, "You raised a hoe, you raised a hoe." That's a big war.
Ellie, you don't have to go. You can stay here. Fuck you.
No, I'm not saying. It's different now.
Yes, it is.
Will you please just think about it?
On the flip side, it's not worth it if you go alone and die.
Right? That's
Not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed we didn't get any more with the Seraphites. But because I, I did say at in the beginning that I was expecting them to kind of run into them and kind of establish this either three-way triple threat match between the three, because that is exactly what's happening. You're gonna run afoul of the Seraphites too, so like, Isaac's war against the Seraphites and Ellie's war with Abby, and then Seraphites are just gonna be killing everybody else anyway. So, but other than that, like we move the story along, and we got some pretty big reveals. With
I was gonna say the exact opposite. I feel like this episode did exactly what it needed to do. We got to spend time with the girls specifically, because everything else has just been travel and grief and rebuilding and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean, they had their very cute story together, and their connections built up. But at the same time, we did establish both sides of this conflict, right?
Yeah.
We did establish who Isaac is, how ruthless he is. We established the Seraphites and how disgusting they are and can be. And so now we kind of set them up as a lingering threat in the future, but Isaac's group is a big threat right now. So yeah, I think it did that better than if it would have introduced them in this episode. And what we're getting right now is what I've been begging for on most of our streaming shows, is to let it cook, right?
Yeah.
Give us an episode to simmer so that our the flavors of our characters can like.
Well, hey, I mean, that's just me personally being disappointed with Ellie not meeting them like officially.
I mean, you already know the story though, so that's not
That's why I'm saying like they could have used like another minute, and she meets just a Seraphite somewhere. It's like, oh crap,
and then
you
it
guys
ends.
you guys are monsters.
Be like, hello, the end.
But yeah, you're right. We established a lot of interesting and important details. Isaac being the biggest one, because we now know Abby's not the leader. So you're going to war. Basically, Ellie is hunting down Abby, and in the middle of all of that is the WLF and the Seraphites. But Abby is not the end game of WLF, right? She's gonna have to deal with WLF as an ancillary obstacle now, which is separately being led by Isaac. So Ellie is kind of forced herself to be on the outs with not only the Seraphites but WLF as just an enemy as a whole, right? Even if she has to kill a few wolves on the way to Abby, doing that, sparks the ire of Isaac, and that means the entire wolves are gonna be one giant machine.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because I mean, ultimately her goal is Abby, right? So she doesn't care about getting to Isaac or anyone else, at least not at this point in time. So,
Yeah.
And the cycle of violence continues.
I do
she
like
gets Abby, she goes home, Isaac comes down, gets them. Like, we're just gonna go round and round.
I do. We were, yes, by virtue of the scrawl on the wall, the prophet. I'm gonna have to confirm by the next episode or so whether or not they've changed that about the game. If this whole cordyceps thing is what they've changed to replace the spores. I don't remember that being a key detail. The cordyceps being like this thing that's on the ground that you can harm, and then all of the other clickers can notice it, like the way the flare was melting at it, and it just called all of the clickers there. I'm unsure. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to reconfirm that, but
as definitely been a thing throughout both seasons of the show, and it makes sense so that you can make them be a threat in multiple places.
What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen in the next episode?
Yeah, so there's a war zone going on from here to there, and they got to get through it somehow. And the only thing that they have not come into contact with so far has been the Seraphites directly. So we know that wherever they go, that's exactly what they're going to walk through. They're probably going to walk through, an injured camp of them, giving them a little bit of a upper hand, but not much. And they're going to see some gross stuff.
Some more disembowelments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to turn on notifications, and we'll see you all in the next one.